I have made a discovery. I have. Hold on, just a moment. I'm just gonna switch things over real quick. Okay. You should be able to see, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna exaggerate it real quick. I have this temp here. I'm trying to get the eyelids to blink, and when I try and get them to blink, something happens I don't want to happen. I'm using the temp to make it visually obvious, which also applies to every position and scale that I have for the animation I've made. And I don't know how to change it just yet. So I have a dagger stubber pit in this test world. And in this pit goes the dagger stabbers. I'll be putting other mobs into it if this world lasts long enough. But I've exaggerated it for this year, I believe. Oh, yeah, this one was made before it. Should now be on this one, if I'm correct. That's hard to tell. Yeah, I don't make this more obvious. Let's have this cat hold on. Oh no, not for this one. That was just a tab. I have no idea if this will change anything at all. Doesn't hurt to try. I've been trying at this for a while to get this thing to blink. I've gone through several different ways of doing it, so I've tried flipping everything around. For some reason it does not want to blink. What I'd rather do is just sit there doing its idle and walking around without actually moving his feet. Both of which are things I don't want it to do. Well, I do by technicality want it to move without moving its feet because I don't have a walk animation, or I don't want it to do its idle because it has an idle animation, but stop coming to me, Mr. Dagger Stabber. That will make this easier. Multiple. This has not made it easier. Die cotton candy creatures that have no reason to exist anymore. Actually, I think I should try and make them AI-less. Dandaloo. Oh yeah, they are attracted to tomatoes. tomato bush, I still have not figured out how to get to drop the tomato. I've been mostly focused on the dagger stabber. I haven't made any progress on the iron farm either in the season 0. Because I've been working on this thing. Once I figure out how to get the dagger stabber working, then the rest will be easy. The dagger stabber is the test. Seeing how I could throw at Minecraft before it starts to break. Now to just watch that eye. Actually, I haven't tried one specific thing yet, now that I think about it. I guess we'll choose back to linear and see if that was about right. At the same time, I'm going to change this with rotation. So taking it in position and changing it to rotation. How well this goes. Internal rotation I know works, as evident by the idol, but I'm not sure about position and scale, because the ear also isn't bobbing like it's supposed to either, and the neck isn't really bouncing either. It's supposed to feel like a stringy creature has a spring in its neck. And is rather squishy in texture. Like, that's its goal. Blink does work. So I know the animation itself is playing based on the squishy now. Okay. Actually, I haven't really checked the animation itself to see if it was even on the y-axis. Okay, the position's on the Y. Huh. This should be a 1. Oh, that's not turned on caps lock. Well, that's not yeah, that should be a 1. Okay, actually, I should probably read the Minecraft animation channel. Oh! It was pose vector for our position. Sorry. But I had to mute and stop for a moment. But these are supposed to be pose vectors. Not scale vector. All I had to do was check the vanilla. What did I not do? I did not check the vanilla. I am upset. Very upset. And of everything I could have done, I forgot the most important thing when modding for Minecraft. Check the vanilla. Vanilla has the answer. So now when I go back, I'm going to see that the blink animation was working perfectly fine. I was just using the wrong vector. Where did its eyes go? Something went wrong. Don't know what. Y goes down to -2. Yeah, I don't know. Y goes down to -2. Right, keyframe. Wish I could comment this out and see if the scale itself works. Because it could just be the scale. Again, test everything. So anything could be it. I don't know if it will be or not. But it could be. Could be the key word. Also, I do hate that I have to do this all manually for writing down the animations as well. Like, if anyone at all has the answer to that, please give it to me. I really need to know. Like, if there's a way in Blockbench to not have to write all this, specifically for this version. I think I figured it out immediately. Let me try that. Because a scale of 0 means that it has no size. 1 means that it's its original size. And 2 means that it's double. I'm thinking that might be what I did wrong. I can't get inside the model either to double check that. Oh, good things, oh, good things. I figured it out. I figured out my issue. And I did it all on stream. And I am animating the dagger stabber. As the stream name is supposed to be is. Actually, I forgot to double check that. Yeah, it is that. Oh, yay, now it blink. Yay. And the wings also flop up and down, and so does the neck properly. I forgot to look at what place I was at. So that was the solution this whole time. I spent all week looking for it, and it was simply that I got the vector wrong. Also, I'm gonna make it blink less, and also turn back on its AI. Also, I'm going to go here. Wait, how do I do random? Oh. Okay, so it'd be about every 2 seconds or longer. Up to 4 seconds, I believe. So now to go back and test that. I'm sorry if you hear the puppers. So now if I've done this correctly, everything should now work as intended. And there should be no more issues. Also, the animations, unlike how I was doing it before, I think, they are all handled in the entity instead of by the animations and model. So it's handled now directly within the server side, I guess you can call it, where it will be triggered and counted on the server side of the network compared to the user. I'm just gonna make another dagger stabber pit. And dagger stabber. So now if I'm correct, it should now look around. And it blinks. And if I spawn a bunch of them into the dagger stabber pit, they start moving. They should all blink at different times. Yep. And if I grab a tomato, they should all look at me. Good, good. Just gonna make a quick commit so I don't lose anything. So for after trying for what feels like forever, scale and position can animate properly. Smile face. And also it's built successful, so it should go through to GitHub rather seamlessly. I have not checked if it was public. Probably should do that after this stream. Probably is. Sent it to a friend, so I hope it is. And I push those. I'm still gonna eat this at some point. Can those assets in calm. This seems like the server side. So that must mean that this is client. Okay. So after that is the no stab. So I need to figure out how to get it to stab first is a better thing. For it should be noted that it should most likely be playing at the same time as the idol, which would look something like that. I also need to set the blink as well. So like, as soon as the stab starts, I don't even need to worry about the eyelids. Actually, I could probably rework this entire animation, but the most important parts are the stabbers. And also the head. Why am I starting with all of the neck? So that might be better of an animation. So again, it will probably be playing at the same time as the idol. So it looks something like that. So yeah, that looks about right. Should be noted that I'm going to start, now that I figure out how to get the blink working, means I can now do layered animations. So, I know one more thing I need to look at. It's not client side of Minecraft, it's this side, which is under entity, data, metadata, structures, role gem, core, registries, that just appears to be registries, commands, advancements, game test, framework, network. Resources, server, on-server, sounds, utility, world, entity, AI, NPC, player, monster, animal. I have access to the Nautilus. Oh. I wish I knew that. So, I need the wolf, though. There. Interested, caller, danger, time end. Wilson frames. Long. Itself, I'll need a, we're just going to put it at the top, just going to copy and paste that. Yep, it's health, 8 health, right selector, 10 health, parent, propeller, press to dangle, choose wet, and shaking, persistent for time. Okay, how long do I want the dagger stabber to be angry? So upwards of 60. So it would be about a minute or 20 seconds. And it will need a target. Okay. This is going a lot better than I thought. Attack. Order. Target. What does... Oh, implements neutral. Those are at the bottom now. So now I can get this again. So that's 2. And now it should all work. So the texture, variance, at variance, at variance, at variance. Data components, variance. Apply implicits. Also variance, caller. Apply implicit, read attributes, movement speed. Okay, this is what's important. Oh. So, that doesn't define. persistent increasing data. What was that? Oh! I think I know what happened. Oh no no no. Oh no 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 no. That should now work. That should be fixed. This should also make them ruthless when hit or hurt. So this works, and I can implement the stab. Which should be a little bit more complex of anything. I found Crash should fix all errors. I accidentally had the wrong data synchronization set. Without even realizing because copy plus paste is not the best thing. When making something like this, you should never copy and paste, as long as you can help it. Unless you know exactly what it's doing in that case. I have not modded something like this. But I haven't modded in something like this. Okay, so now we'll spawn. Mode. Survival. I've got to stop forgetting where I put these dagger stabber holes. I cannot wait till I can get back to that, like, testing world like I had before. I'm not sure if I ever actually showed it on stream or not at all. I don't even think I streamed the process of making the original. But in it, I had like this large and massive test world where I would test these creations. So if I hurt you and jump in this pit, I should still get hurt. Yep. And then kill the last fucking member. Hey, that worked. Just gotta make a commit so I don't forget. back. And hit the dagger. Stabber will fight back. Oop, almost forgot to select the file to commit. Also, it's very important when making a mod as well that you hit the little X on the thing and not just the little red button that appears up here, because that would mean that would be a failure. I'm going to quickly read the neutral mobs thing. Okay, so if gets time equals to less than 0. Okay, that is what is needed. And hits, make 2 states. Stab animation. And then stab animation. That would effectively work as the two that are needed. Model, blah blah blah. Stab. No stab. I'm very quickly gonna get into the time over time. What about stab? No. Stab. Stab. No stab. That is correct. starting in the stack. So we start with head. Crackers that still needed the model. So in this, there should be the head, which is made of multiple definitions. Head. And animation channel dot targets. What does the head target? Rotation. Rotation. Keyframe. Zero F. Key. Animation stopped. 3 0 0 0. I should get an F. 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 So I don't have to individually write the F. Animation channel dot interpolation dot linear. Okay, so now how many animation frames does the head have? 2, 3, 4, 5. So there should be 5 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5. Frame 1 should be 0, 0, 0, 15, negative 20, negative 20. 15, negative 20, negative 20. 15, negative 20, negative 20. They're at 13, 25, 75. 13, 25, and 75. Person that's obviously going to be a 1. I do not have the animation set up in the entity yet, but using this, I can finish the stab. So the head is done. There's no need for neck. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be here. I should make it. It does have eye animation as well. I'm not going to worry about that right now. So stabber 1, 3 frames. So I can write these. And these all have 3 frames. Position. And I need to go back into model to get stabber 1. And they all sort at 0.25. Negative 6 in Z. Meaning that's another one completely done. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So with this is 0 right here. 0.5, we'll get negative 5. Stabber 3 at this one's up in second race 75. But what was the frame? -5. Yeah, that's almost one entire animation over. Just gonna... not that. Pupils. I want to at least get the scale down. No, I'll worry about that later. No, I'm not even going to add that. Now that I think about it, that just wastes time. So no stab. We'll have top lip, left lip, bottom lip, and right lip. Top and bottom will have all will have 4 frames except for the top and bottom lip. Each frame will contain position and scale. Does that at least make this a little better? Is the position that gets it. Yep. So 0.25 is where they all share the same start. Can't forget that they'll all end at 1. .75 would be where they all end for certain. Right? Yeah. And then .5 is for the 2 that have hits. And now it's entirely set up. ellipse at the top. Top lip. Hardly obvious. So it's negative 1.5, negative 1. Yeah, what axis is that? Y. Negative 0, 1.5, negative 1, negative 1.5. Right, so it's just going to be a mirror on both sides. 1.5, 1.5. Next up is left lip. 1.5. I guess that the scale is going to be the same on the X. Oop, got one important thing along all these scales. Just gonna fill them in now. Just so I don't have to worry about it later. Okay, bottom lip is next. 1.5, 1. That's already scale solved for that one. Position is negative 1.5. Along the X. Yep. Let's delete that one. So that should be everything correct. Yes. Oh. Wait, yeah, it's there. So that's the animations done with. Models are done. Just need a way to trigger them. Forgot I only need one animation state. I'm sorry I've gone a little quiet. I'm just trying to think. Now, if you taste, I have gone over time. Oh well. Well, over time, it's just 15 minutes over, roughly. Saying that this goes well. This is saying that I got the stuff marked out in my mind, right? So if it is not stabbing, it will use the no stab animation, but if it is stabbing, it will use the stab animation. And the first one I want to test is the no stab animation, as that will happen as soon as I spawn it. Again, layered animations is what I'm doing. So it'll blink randomly, and I hope I figure this out. I'm gonna do a quick search. I'll be right back. Okay, I think I figured it out. It's not initialized. How do I initialize it? What's going wrong with this? That's what I'm trying to figure out. How's it not defined? something's happening. I think I know what's going on. Something is happening in status code. That looks good. Oh crap, this is reset where I was. I'll try and figure this out on my own. It is the last of the animations though, and you did see me put together these. So by technicality, the nano stream still stands, but I just need to apply them and get the stat working. Once that works, then I will be free and be able to make more different mobs. Because the dagger stabber is as simple as feed a tomato and all that. Aside from that, it would be making it drop some eggs after that. And also fixing the tomato bush. Which I'm going to put this into these, so I don't forget in case I stop right after this stream. Or, I can't remember. Finish implementing this stab variable, or dagger, stabber. Our damage for the creating, yeah, that's the first item. And then blocks into twos. I'm gonna run a build and then immediately close it before it gets to do much. Just so it's a successful build and I won't reject it into GitHub. Because I don't want that to happen, but aside from that,